going to spend 2 or 3 videos, including this one, on event handler. Okay, so there's multiple event handler, and I would like to make a quick introduction because it's really important to know event handler, because that's what made JavaScript a so popular language, because it's used on front-end interaction. And that what a event handler is a predefined JavaScript property on an object that is used to handle event that user may given during the web page. So there's also a few examples of event handler, such as when the user click a button, or when the user presses a key on the keyboard, etc. And event handler can enable you to gain access to the events that may occur on the page. That's the advantage of the event handler and probably JavaScript stuff. So let's take a look at a few event handler. Probably don't know this one, but let's take a look. So first thing we're going to do is onclick. Alright. So let's get started. Alright. Unclick 0. Let's take a look on the JavaScript part. Okay, so first we just need a button for this one. Button type equals button. Actually, we won't even use script tag. And our thing just going to be onclick. And let's say click me. Alright. Did that a simple button. Let's take a look at the functionality this button have right now. Alright. So this is onclick 0, and if you click, nothing really happened. So in order to gain the access of let something actually happen, what we need to do is we will use the onclick attribute. So using onclick attribute, you can just type onclick equals sign and quotation marks. And you can type your JavaScript syntax there. For example, if I just want to create an alert, I can say hello world. Now, I add a semicolon at the end. Sometimes you will know that in recent version, semicolon is not necessarily required for JavaScript anymore, but I would still like to keep a semicolon, especially in the tutorial. Especially when moving forward with this tutorial, and you will find out in just a bit. And now if we do the click me again, refresh the page, and you will see alert saying hello world. So that's how you can simply use onclick attribute to create a simple button show alert. You can also create more complicated stuff also, such as can type even more complex JavaScript stuff. But usually we want to do complex JavaScript stuff. It's usually great to use script tag, right? So we are going to, this time now, we're going to create another button, but click So we're going to create another button. Unclick will be the same. Click me. Alright. So now we are going to use a script tag. So here's the difference. Okay, we're going to use a function in JavaScript, so it will be able to call. So what's that mean? For example, if I want to create a function called button clicked, to symbolize if some button clicked, what should my response to be? So how can we do that? Well, we can create a function here, saying function button clicked, and some braces, curly braces. And inside a function, I'm actually going to take a parameter called text. And what should the output will be? It will be alert saying hello world. And probably console, oh no, it's going to say text. And also console.log this item also. And then I have to give it stuff, give it a text, so let me just say hello world. Alright, so let's go ahead, change it to onclick 1. Oh, you're not in directory. Alright, so now if you click me again, what happens is it's going to show another alert called hello world. Alright, so now we learned 2 ways. It's pretty simple how to use a simple button to show, and they are generally in, you can see they're all in HTML. So we are using event handler in HTML. First, we just use simple button without a script tag, and we use a little bit complex, but not really, use a function just to make it a little bit fancier. Alright, so now we're going to create another file called onclick2. What we have in this file is this. So standard layout will be the same. Alright. So this time, the difference is going to be we're not going to use onclick function anymore. Well, we are going to use, but it's not in HTML anymore. So what's that mean? Well, first step is still the same. It's a button, and we're not going to use any we're not going to use onclick attribute. So what are we going to do? Well, we need a script tag to enable JavaScript, and here's what we're going to do. We're going to create an ID for this button, such as I can just say button. Well, technically speaking, I don't really have to create a button, because I can just use get elements by tag name. I can just put buttons there. But for security, when we write more code, we probably will have multiple buttons. So it's good if we put ID into individual button. So this time the ID is button. And we are going to use a const variable. We're going to say button equals get document that get element by ID which this thing ultimately does is get the element that have the button. So basically, I just copy this line of code to here, but with a little bit JavaScript add to it, so I can apply my JavaScript syntax to here. And we are going to actually spend a lot of time on document object also, so no worry if you don't understand this. And then we are going to use button. Guess what? Our onclick is back. We're going to use onclick here and saying alert hello world. Alright. So let's take a look how the code will place out. Each one. Unclick 2. Alright. Alright. So unclick. Unclick number 2. And if I click, close these. If I click, okay, so it doesn't work. Why? Let's take a look. So our button is right. Our onclick function is right. So saying this is weird. It's supposed to only display the message when the button is clicked, but now it doesn't. I need to double check on this. Alright, so let's moving on. So I don't know why this doesn't work, but well, I think I'm gonna find out why this doesn't work. So now we work quite a while with button. Let's take a look how come we're using with link. Alright, so suppose you put a link and you are really bad, so you put a fake link. This is no website. This is not a website. Alright, so because it doesn't even have a end extension, so it's definitely invalid and the server could not be found. But you're going to say, hey, I really should create something that can let user not travel there. So you can use unclicking href also. You can just say alert saying don't. And now we're going to use escape character, don't click me. Don't click me. And let's take a look at and let's go ahead and type rest of stuff. So for example, don't click me. Alright. So if we try to click, you will see alert comes up. But if you take a look at website here, wait, would it still travel me to there? That's because it's rendering at the same time while we travel to the new website. Change to a new website. That means we need to add a little bit to the end of our JavaScript code. So I can just type return false to avoid that. So href will know I shouldn't do that. So I'm just not going to go to this new website and stay here, but show the alert message. However, you can see there's an error showing up. If you see an error, gonna see semicolon expected. And that's exactly the case. Although now really JavaScript semicolon is not necessarily required. We're doing script tag where you just create a JavaScript file. But semicolon is necessary when you unclicking HTML and you have multiple JavaScript statements. Therefore, you need use semicolon to separate them. And let's take a look of our new web page. And if you click me, now it's just going to say don't click me, and the web page didn't change at all. Alright, so now let's take a look. We focus on button a lot and a little bit on link. I want to focus a little bit more on form. If you read the title for this video, we're going to focus a little bit more on form. So we're going to use blur and focus. And in this, we're going to create a file called blur focus.html. Alright. So standard is the same. HTML head. But in body this time, here's what we're going to do. Let's check H1 focus. And in this, we're going to create input. Type equals text. And we're going to use onFocus attribute. Alert. Focus event. So, what do we mean by onFocus or focus? So, focus happened when the user clicked into an input file before typed anything. So, what does that actually mean? Let's take a look. So, if I paste here, now, if I click here, you can see there's a focus event happening, and if I type happen, and if I delete this alert, if I click again, it's still focused. So it's actually happening every single time when we click this field. And you can see when it's focused, the default action is turning to blue. Okay. Yep, that's all we're going to do for focus. Now here's a confusing one. It's called blur. Well, blur does quite opposite, but basically everything the same. So let me tell you a little bit on what does some blur mean. So blur even occurs when the viewer takes the focus away from an Alamora window to take focus off of something. So such as, just say, let's say on blur. And we can say blur event. So what will happen if I do that? Let's take a look. And we'll do blur. Alright. So now I can see nothing is happening, but if I type something and say, I expect a blur event, and take focus off, indeed you can see a blur event happen. So that would blur mean when we take focus off of something. And the final thing we're going to learn today is load and unload. Load, unload. So what's that mean? So when I can say load.html, okay, this is weird. Just the image file apparently. I'm still not really good at this browser preview thing. So let's take a look on our load. So what is meant by load? Not right now. So load is mean you will given some JavaScript stuff, and this JavaScript only will execute when the web page finishes loading. So generally speaking, your loading will be put on body tag because it's talk about whole web page. So on load, not on land, we're gonna say alert loaded successfully. There's a semicolon at the end. Oh shoot. Wrong one. Sorry about that. Okay, great. Let me do everything again because I messed that up. Load body unload. Just say alert loaded successfully. And if we copy the path to here. Alright, so apparently that thing is not working right. Let me use Safari. And indeed you can say loaded successfully for unload. And the same, we also have unload, which is exactly opposite. So on unload, here's what's going to happen. Please come back. I just say. And if I copy paste, if I paste here, and now I didn't see anything happen. But watch, if I leave the web page, okay, nothing happened. It said it should be working, or is it not working with Safari? Let's try Google. So let me go ahead, copy, paste. Alright, if I leave, no, okay, so probably that's not how you use it. But if I just say, if I create a href link, I just say google.com, go to Google and refresh. If I click here, alright, great. So I don't even know how that's supposed to work. Let me just make a note to myself. I'm gonna just search this up in response tomorrow. Whenever next video is. Alright. So just a overview of what we're going to learn in the future next 2 or 3 videos. We're going to learn a little bit more on event handler. But next time after I answer these questions, we're going to work on mainly with mouse. When mouse do something. And in next video after that, probably going to learn key, and we will probably work on a small project. And yeah, that's my plan. And a quick recap for today's video: we learned onclick, blur, and focus, and load and unload. I recommend you try something out on your own. See how fun it is. And yeah, thank you for watching this video.